Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions,
All right, welcome to MME. This is a special episode, and what I need is your support for different type of content that's not just the drama. And I'm not afraid to do drama. I like talking about certain things too, but I want to mix it up. And I've been thinking about doing this. Now, I should maybe change the title to the best movie villain voices of all time. And that's another debate. And I'm going to get to the chat. We already have people in the chat. Well, it could be if Warner Brothers would let us finish it. But based on what we have, I want to discuss that. And I have some articles. Let me get to the chat, see what's here. Oh, my Diaz. Even just before I call. And Saggy, you still haven't seen the Snyder Cut, huh?
I'm not answering that. My lawyer.
Yeah, we know. We know. This is going to be a good one. Noise, Max. Yeah, Chubby Teddy.
There you go.
Here's movie blocks. I don't think you could ever really say this because he didn't have a real role in the movie. I'm saying based on what we got, I'm going to change it to the best voice, the best movie villain voice is of all time. And that's why I put James Earl Jones in there. It's a different type of movie, but I got what we got from the performance of Ray Porter. I think it almost is like, man, this is something here. It's the magic that you haven't got, I think, since that, or possibly maybe Scar from The Lion King, Jeremy Irons.
The best villain voice.
Yeah,
Saggy
I'm
Mouse.
down with Jeremy.
You will bend the knee to me.
I thought that the guy who did Scar in the live action it wasn't as menacing as Jeremy Irons.
But I am.
Actually, you kind of sound like a good Darkseid voice there, Saggy, even though you haven't seen it yet.
Darkseid. You will bend the knee or face the saggy melons.
Oh,
She does. Ryan, I'm serious. Does she sound a little bit? She's pretty close to Darkseid.
Yeah. She's definitely. She's got something there. I'd keep going on that unless you go horse.
You could do Dark Melons and a new icon.
This is the voice you use when you've smoking cigarettes since you were 16. This is the results you get when you're a smoker.
Well, you'll have to ask Ray Porter. I don't know if that's how he gets that growl. He just is very talented. We'll have to get Enosh to ask Ray Porter. I don't know if Ray Porter's coming in.
No, I'm talking to Ray Porter on Thursday.
That's right.
Yeah, he'll be on the Four Nerds on Thursday.
Congrats.
He's so freaking adorable. Can we just acknowledge how adorable Ray Porter is?
Can you ask?
So freaking cute.
Can you do me a favor, Ryan? Since I probably won't be on the show, can you ask him his favorite voice villains of all time in movies? Or
sure, yeah.
And then maybe ask the chat what they think where he ranks in there. That would be awesome to get that. I would love to see that. Yeah. If you can remember, I know it's hard to remember. But there's some conflicting opinions in the chat. I don't think because he didn't have a lead role in the movie. Is that a fair point, or is there enough there to give an opinion on it?
Doesn't matter. I mean, it's the same as Andy Serkis for Caesar or Andy Serkis for Gollum. I mean, they had multiple movies, but I mean, there's enough there to really say, you know what, he portrayed a character.
What is going on here?
What the heck?
What is going on?
What the heck?
Yeah,
I didn't know this was the Brie Larson fan club.
What the actual heck?
Ryan, what do you think of all this?
Is there any? Is there anything on the back, or is it just the front?
No, sadly, no.
Just the front. What would be cool is if
Eddie's muted.
You want the back the back of her head.
Okay.
The back was extra.
I thought you were going to say a bunch of pictures of Bree's back. And
did you guys coordinate this?
Yes, we did.
Oh my god, that's genius.
Yeah, this show's gone. Now, if anyone had concerns about my show going woke, yeah, it's woke.
Man.
Eddie. To be fair, Eddie had the idea, so it's all Eddie. It's not me.
Of course,
Okay.
Eddie had the freaking idea. He's a freaking shirts guy.
What
for some
about you,
reason.
Saggy? Are you getting one?
Hell no.
All right. Well,
He's like,
I
of
like
course I won't.
Can
By the way,
would you feel weird wearing this in
There you
public,
go.
though? Would you go out to the store to buy groceries in a Brie Larson shirt?
I mean, I've worn worse, so maybe.
Oh,
I would, but I would do it quickly.
okay. I want to see you go in like in public, naturally. Like, oh, I'm just shopping with my Brie Larson shirt.
I would
and
probably
then-
play basketball with it, maybe.
you know what would be hilarious? This is gonna sound awful. I would love for you guys to send Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers.
He would burn it.
Oh,
He would
yeah.
burn it. Or EBS.
It would be so worth it if he did like an unboxing video and he just opens up that box.
No, you would just help him get clicks because he put that in the thumbnail. Would get a million
That would be
views.
Oh, yeah,
hilarious.
you're right. No, you're actually right.
You're just gonna
By the
help
way-
him get clicks.
by the way, my-
You know what though? You know what I'm surprised by? The shirt's actually really comfortable. Believe it or not.
Hey Rhea, beautiful
I like
Rhea.
it.
By the way, my favorite Star Wars villain voice is definitely has to be Darth Vader, hands down, because Earl Jones, he didn't change his voice for that role. That was just his regular voice. He didn't have to like actually voice act, do something different with his voice. That's just his voice. And I think that's why he's my favorite, because again, he didn't have to do anything. They just roboted his voice a little bit, but that was him. That's who he is. He is Darth Vader, always and forever. And you can't just, it's just an iconic voice, and that's just his
Okay.
speaking voice. So
Well, Zeno says greatest movie villains of all time. Hell no. He is in one movie for like 5 minutes. But it's an impactful 5 minutes. Like every scene is not.
Here's what I'll say. He has the potential to be one of the greatest if they
What about
capitalize on it.
what but then you're rational, you're saying it has to be a certain time. I'm just saying I'm gonna change the title to villain voices because there's also an article that I pulled up about villain voices of all time.
Yeah, because I mean, you could make an argument for like, a lot of people like, was it Voldemort, or you could make a Sauron. I mean, for really, badass villains or whatever, best villain or whatever.
Hey Rhea.
But I mean, they don't have a lot of screen time. They have that presence though, and when they're on screen, that's what counts.
Okay, Christopher Barker says hell no. And if you're watching this on the replay, comment below your favorite. Maybe do your top 5 villains, and maybe we could do that too after we look at this list. Our personal top 5 villain voices of all time. Yova Rods. I want to change it up. It's not getting the views. So this type of content needs your support. Neon Sci-Fi, Keely Chow, and then we'll get to the article. And there's also breaking news. It's not really a big thing. It's just Joe Manganiello. Hold on, I gotta do something here. It's long overdue for the mod squad. A new mod. Who do you think it is? Everyone.
What, mod?
I have no idea.
I gotta make a new mod.
I think it's RJ. I think he's
No, I've been a mod. I've been a
You've
mod.
been a mod. Okay.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
a mod.
Eddie, it's Eddie.
Rel.
Oh, Rel McMillan.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rel's
He's
I was gonna
a
say
stand-up dude right there.
Now you gotta give one to Eddie.
Oh, Eddie's not a mod?
No.
Oh, Eddie. All right. Yeah, Eddie. Love Brie Larson. Mod squad. Okay, now everyone please behave and don't block people unless it's a last resort. Okay. That's all I say. But yeah,
I mean, me and Eddie might deserve a block after tonight.
but
it's
that,
okay.
but that way you can link your own channels in the chat too, or do things you need to do. It's look, we're else happy. All right, yeah, good job. I mean that was long overdue. Oh no, Keely. Oh, now I feel pressure to mod everyone. I can't mod
You're gonna end
everyone.
up like Warner Brothers. You're just gonna have too many chefs in the kitchen.
I will. What are you talking about, Brian? Block me? What? I don't know what he's saying. Oh no! Don't block Brian. Where is Brian? Get on here. Yo,
Ryan's in the chat.
I can't block everyone. I mean, I can't mod everyone at the same time. Although you're all important to me. I appreciate everyone here. Okay, so let's get to the Joe Manganiello tweet. He's tweeting restore the Snyderverse. Of course, that's expected though. He has one of the most to benefit from it with that Deathstroke. That's an awesome image. And there's also some conflicting information about actual numbers. Ryan, have you done any research on the numbers? What do you think? What do you think is, in your opinion, what's accurate? I think it's an overwhelming success, but hard to tell.
I'm actually gonna wait. I'm actually gonna wait until they have to release their numbers to their shareholders at the end of next month. I believe Jarbo said it was on the 20th, so I'm gonna go with that. And right. So the first quarter numbers, they're going to release, and they'll have to make it public. They'll at least have to address it. And there's no way that they could say, "Oh, well, you know, it underperformed." I mean, I'm sorry, but with all the acclaim that it's been getting is from white check marks and blue check marks and whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like if they tried that narrative, everyone can just equally unanimously say they're full of shit.
Yep.
Well, something telling is that the articles coming out are talking about review bombing Godzilla versus Kong or something. If they had something really like Matt Jarbo, he's an intelligent dude. Said you have to be careful. We have to wait for actual numbers to come out. But if there was anything bad, Warner Brothers were telling you already. That's it. Yeah. That's an intelligent way to look at it.
They would be running.
Right.
They would be running to any outlet that would allow their voice to be heard, and they'd be spouting it out. And yes, of course, the review bombs of Godzilla vs. Kong and all that. They're gonna put that out there, but they're not gonna talk about anything else because it makes them for that time or that period come off as a victim, and that's what they want. They want you to say, oh yeah, feel bad for them and all these Snyder cultists are so horrible and whatever, and it's just bad. I'm just like whatever.
So we know it's got to be good. It's just how good, because if there has to be. Because Warner Brothers would be all over that. Just look at their article on, with the Cernoff. Here's some Is Bloomberg accurate? I don't know.
I would trust Bloomberg. They're pretty reputable, honestly.
Yeah, but it says change 8.9%. So that's looking good. I mean, it's not on the Netflix levels, but I mean, the change is better than Netflix last month.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys covered this because I joined a little late because I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it, but I made the time because, this epic shirt reveal. But, I saw Eddie was talking about this on Twitter, but there's they revealed numbers for a Tina Turner documentary on HBO Max, but no numbers for Snyder Cut. They still won't talk about it. They were bragging about the Tina Turner documentary on Twitter, but not Snyder Cut at all.
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, but there's a lot of other stuff going on behind the scenes as well, because I mean they've had to release this movie on multiple platforms for different areas, different different countries and things like that. So it's not just they can't just pull the numbers off of one source or whatever. They have to compile the information and then evaluate it, from there. So that's going to take a little bit longer. That's why I'm like, hey, I'm not worried personally as a fan. I'm not worried about it. I'm just like, hey, it's going to come out next month, and somebody's going to have to address it. And if there's still that, no, we're not going to continue and whatever, it all has to do with ego and not with, sheer, listening to the people who like the movie, who would love to see this narrative continue. So
I invited Jarbo, take that for what you will, but he's not here. He must be busy.
He's busy counting the numbers.
Yeah. All right, so let's get to the main topic. It's about the best villains of all time, but I'm gonna change the thumbnail. We're gonna first look at an article for best movie villains of all time, top 25, and then do the best movie villain voices of all time, which I think is more accurate to put him in and I think he ranks pretty high to me personally in that category. Even with what we got from him was impactful. There wasn't a wasted second of Darkseid. It was all
had
amazing.
Good dialogue, and he executed the dialogue very well.
Yeah, I think my favorite parts of the Snyder Cut were all some of the best were all Darkseid. Okay, so here's an article from Ranker.com, the 25 best comic book villain movie performances of all time. Heath Ledger Joker. Do you agree with that number one spot?
No, I don't personally.
What is it? What are the rest of the chat? What do you think?
I think that he gets a lot of extra acclaim on the unfortunate event that he died.
Yeah,
I think that he gets a lot of and he won an Oscar. Never has a comic book character ever won an Oscar before this. So I think they just did that as like, oh, they're honoring somebody who died. And so everybody's like, they view Heath in a different way because they feel like they can't say anything negative about his performance because, wow, what a douche. You're going to talk poorly about somebody who passed away. What
a douche, Ryan.
He passed away. Yeah, I know. But I mean, his dialogue was fantastic. Jonathan Nolan wrote a lot of that, and that was really cool. But I mean, and his performance was great. But it for me personally, the guy that sang the intro for the Justice League movie, Tom Waits, that's who Heath Ledger based his performance off from. So if he was doing a biopic of Tom Waits, the musician, he would have been spot on. Like, damn, dude, he got his cadence, he got his mannerisms, voice, all that. It was pretty awesome. I mean, you can watch it. I think there's a video online of the Dick Cavett show, and you can watch it and be like, wow, that's where he got it from. Yeah, it's really good.
I like Heath Ledger though. I don't know if about the best of all time. I understand your criticisms of that. Yes, he gets overly promoted because of events.
Yeah,
I'm thinking if he got to come back, he might have taken it to another level if the tragic events didn't happen. If he got to do a second shot at it too, I don't know.
I mean, but I'd be down to see it.
Yeah. So let's get to the second one. What does the rest of the panel think? I
would say that, I do agree that somewhat some of the praise he gets is attributed to his untimely passing, and that did characterize a lot of the hype around him at the time. It's still an amazing performance in at least top 3. I need to see the rest of the list though to really, but I mean it's tough for me. I think he's in the top 3 for sure, at least in my opinion.
It's kind of disappointing that. I mean, also because of tragic events that some of the best Joker performances were one and done. We never got to see a second go at it, Joaquin and Heath Ledger.
Well, the same thing with Jack Nicholson. He was one and done as well.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they killed his character off at the end, which started that trope of every. Well, it started, but I mean, it started a trend with Batman. At least.
Justin coming in with the hot take. He kind of agrees with you, Ryan. He died. He won because he died. That's his opinion.
I disagree with that. I think no matter, even if he hadn't passed away,
they wouldn't have nominated him at all, just because they didn't see, or the Academy does not see, or did at the time did not see comic book movies as same thing like Scorsese. They're not cinema, so they just see him as comic book characters that are portrayed on the screen, and they would not give them the time of day. Because he passed, they put his name in the pool, and they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, if we deny him, we're going to look like assholes." So,
yes, I mean, that events influence Oscars for sure. 187 says he's top 3. I agree he should be on this list. I'm just not sure what he should be number 1. I actually don't. Before I got to remember all these performances as we go through the list to see who would. But now that you say that, Ryan, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who would be replacing number 1 then for you? As we go through this list, you'll have to give an answer.
I'll definitely get back with you because he was never number 1 for me.
Right, but then you have to come up with something better.
I just don't see Loki as a villain. I see him as like a just kind of like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
They kind of changed him a little bit to make him more palatable because he was such a character that people gravitated to.
Well, he was a villain in the first Avengers.
He was a villain in the first Avengers, but then again, they were like, oh well, let's change him a little bit. Let's make him more of a sympathetic.
All right. Well, here, what about Thanos? Is Thanos higher on the list than Ledger?
No, not really. Because I mean, it was his performance was okay.
And Eddie, you gotta chime in on these two.
Yeah. I mean, you guys gotta chime in on this because I mean, I'm just like my first impressions are like these are not like. I mean, I'm sorry compared to Vader. Vader's top, dude. Vader's number one.
Well, no, of course. Vader's always going to be number one villain. I mean, I would say Thanos is the best Marvel villain of all time, like bar none, at least in my opinion.
Well, Justin, you had a hot take on this. You think Ledger is a little overrated yourself? You believe that as well?
I think he's a little overrated, but honestly, when I said that Heath Ledger would not have won the Oscar, that's more of a comment on the Academy Awards, not Heath Ledger's performance by any means. But I would also
the politics of it. They don't really want to give attention to true great performances in comic book in sci-fi until there's a reason for it.
Yeah, and they did the same thing with Black Panther. They did it as a virtue signal. That, if
the guy
anything,
from Black Panther was actually a better villain than Thanos.
Killmonger? Killmonger?
Killmonger. I liked his performance. Yeah. I thought he was better than Thanos.
All right. So let's see what else is on the list. Magneto. Ian McKellen, Magneto.
I like Fassbender better.
Okay.
As a villain?
So is this like movie villains or just in general or just
it's just comic book villains.
Oh, okay.
This list is I think this is comic book villains, yeah. And then I have another article that's best villain voices of all time.
I mean, Michael Shannon as Zod was an amazing villain. I mean, he was awesome. I wouldn't want to be caught in a room with that guy. I'd rather be caught in a room with Loki than freaking Zod. I mean, are you kidding?
All right, so Saggy and Eddie and RJ, what's your thoughts on this top four so far? What about So four. Yeah.
I mean, I'm seeing a pattern. Like, is this specific for superheroes or like?
Well, this list is. We're examining two lists.
Gaston.
Right, like hello.
Yeah, Gaston's great. He's charming. He's good looking.
I mean, so far, I think these heroes, like I said, I'm wondering what they're really basing it off of because Thanos was a good villain in Marvel. But was he like the best? That's
if you're saying he's not, you got to give
character with an interesting motivation. That's all I'll give Thanos.
Right. The motivation of like he's doing a bad thing, but for a good reason, kind of makes you like question your morals. Like, so I feel like I get it, but do I think he's like the best villain? I mean,
if you're saying he's not, you got to come up with the best one then.
Well, no. What I would say about Thanos, though, Saggy, is that Thanos, when he had so much buildup, and not only that, but Josh Brolin gave him a certain amount of gravitas to where he became so iconic. Like, think about when Infinity War came out. Thanos was like the conversation for over 2 years. People still talk about and still make memes about him. Arguably, I'd say like Thanos probably became the most memorable movie villain since Darth Vader, simply because of internet culture and just the way how built up he was. And again, mostly because of the performance.
I think his role in Deadpool as I think his role in Deadpool was more of a better villain than Thanos was for me, because he did play a villain. Yeah, he played Cable in.
I like Thanos better than Cable.
I like Cable.
I think Thanos is just a sympathetic villain. I mean, it's just like like, oh, you poor thing. Like I felt bad for him. Like I don't know, man. It was a good performance.
Oh, poor thing! You killed your daughter. Oh, sad for you.
Yeah, I think General Zod from Man of Steel should be on this list.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
He's
Thanos, I
scary.
feel so sad for you. You killed your daughter.
Well, think about this
so
too. Thanos
sad.
won. Like, think about that. He won. He killed half
Did
the
he
universe and
though?
half the
Did he
heroes.
though?
Well, at the time,
5 years.
At the time, that was that was a huge moment for like moviegoers, especially.
No, really.
but
they-
look,
they-
here's-
they- they
Oh,
announced,
look! What?
Spider-Man,
Here's the thing,
and,
though. It
and
was
Black
great
Panther,
to
like right after. They're like, oh yeah, they're not dead.
Okay,
Yeah,
just-
they gave the cast list for the next movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for
of course.
Endgame.
I'm
Just
just
like-
saying, like
I'm
in a
just saying-
vacuum.
Oh,
In a
Darth
vacuum,
Vader, you
In
killed
a
your
vacuum, when you
wife.
look at Infinity War, at that moment, that was an iconic thing. Like moviegoers everywhere talked about that for like a whole year. Like whether or not it got reset in the next movie doesn't really matter. I'm talking about like the impact of that moment that it had on a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, here's-
Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
you know what? For me though, I was like, "Yay, this is great." There are actual consequences.
Yes.
Nope. All of it is reversed.
I mean, it took 5 years for them to do everything, though, to beat
Yeah, I
them.
mean, at least
Yes,
Vader killed all
that's
the
true.
Jedi. Except
So
for
I'd argue that even though it got reversed, you're still seeing the consequences and stuff like the Disney Plus shows, though.
Oh, Darth Vader.
Why do
He almost
saying
killed
that?
his son. Oh,
Why do you keep saying that?
And he
Stop
killed
it.
his wife. Oh, how
Well,
sad.
here's Goldman. He doesn't like my thumbnail. He says this is an insult to Star Wars. No, listen.
Oh,
Even though-
Goldman, you killed his thumbnail.
No. Listen. When I was putting this thumbnail together, I was thinking Darkseid is not there yet because, again, going back to the amount of screen time. But if you had more screen time of him, I could see him being in the same category as Darth Vader as voice, as villains' voices, like Darth.
Yeah.
Darth
Well, here's the
Vader's
amazing
voice.
thing about Darth
Max,
Vader,
hold on.
though.
Wait, hold on. Before you do this, RJ, I have to say this for Goldman. Aw, the prequels killed Vader's character. Aw.
No, but here's the amazing thing about Darth Vader, though. How many of you guys have played Jedi Fallen Order? Like
Me.
the video game that came out?
Nah.
Okay.
Me.
Nah, it
Well,
costs $60. I'll
I
play
have
it for
to.
10.
By the way, Goldman's not wrong. I just want to clarify that he wasn't wrong.
I'm just saying, like, look up. I mean,
It
this
is
kind
a stupid name. It's spelled incorrectly.
what?
You're spelled incorrectly.
Darkseid. What the fuck?
Justin Proper saying it's spelled incorrect. Okay, well, yeah, but it's still
He's
cool.
not wrong.
Sounds cool.
I'm just saying, like, Darth Vader is
Okay.
so iconic. Look up reaction videos to the end of Jedi Fallen Order. Just when you hear the dude's breath, that makes people jump and get excited. Like, that's how iconic that voice is and how iconic that villain is.
Aw,
Yeah,
spell
he is.
check.
You don't even need to see
Autocorrect
him.
through
You
a
just have to hear his
dark
breath
deed.
and people
Aw.
lose their minds.
We're
Oh my
going way
God,
off track.
Saggy, will you stop it? Please.
Aw,
We're losing
Aw,
viewers.
Justin's gonna kill me. Aw.
Please do.
Aw.
She's killing the viewers.
Autocorrect ruined the spelling of Darkseid. Aw.
What the hell's wrong with you tonight?
Ryan started this. I don't know why, but it's funny to me.
All right,
I will
we're
say
only,
though,
we're only
I will
on
say
number
those-
5.
This whole list will get nullified whenever we get a proper Doctor Doom. If they do Doctor Doom
Hell
right, he'll be
yeah.
the greatest villain of all
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yes.
They need to
Max
make
for
a,
Dr.
Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Hell
solo
yeah.
film.
I can
Yeah.
do it. Look at that.
Your eyes
You
are
look like,
too
you
pretty,
look like
Max.
I'm sorry, but Max, you look like a happy Dr. Doom.
I'm angry.
Your eyes say otherwise.
I'm doomer boomer or something because I'm always boomering.
Max's eyes
when I have
are
my
too
glasses.
pretty. Max's eyes are way too pretty to.
The internet
Oh.
confuses me.
This is Max is
Where's
Doctor.
my article?
Wait, is that why you're
I had it-
squinting all the time?
Yes.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
glasses on.
Yes.
That's why he can't see when he's trying to pull something
I
up.
don't
He's
wear
looking for it.
contacts, but I
He can't find
should.
it.
For my mask game.
Could you imagine Max being Doctor Doom but a boomer? Like, yeah, what is
Boomer
Control
Doomer.
Delete? What is Control Delete? What is OnlyFans?
Oh,
Ma-
Goldman, I like Kyle. I don't know if he's the best of all time.
Who?
I would not put him there. I would not put him there. I would not put him there. I would not put him there.
Get out,
He
man.
was
Get
way
out.
too whiny.
You just
I'm
broke
sorry.
Justin. You just broke Justin.
It's
I'm
not
sorry,
even about
he was
Star
way too
Wars.
whiny.
It's comic book.
The tantrum does not make you the best villain. Like,
Well, Star Wars
I'm sorry,
is comics.
Vader, as
No,
Vader,
no,
never
that
had a
doesn't. It
tantrum.
doesn't count. It's no.
The comics do count to the canon a little bit, though.
No, it's not a comic book movie. That's what
true,
this list
true.
is.
Okay, Justin.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get what
Justin
you're
has
saying,
to
yeah.
be proper. You're right, though. You're right. It's just comic book movies. Yeah.
I'm actually
Doesn't-
much more interested in the broad spectrum of like movie villains. If I'm perfectly honest,
Yeah,
like
well,
what?
that's another video. I gotta. Listen. Movie talk is slow.
Max
This
has
is
got to
what-
drag this out a little bit. You
Yeah,
know? He's gotta
exactly.
keep
Yeah.
coming back
Okay,
for more.
Joaquin Phoenix. Joker.
No, why is that so low?
Okay.
Joaquin Phoenix.
I mean, some people would argue that he's not a villain. He's the hero of his own story.
He's
so,
a sympathetic.
He's
you
a
know,
protagonist.
socialite. Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
he
All right.
did. You know what? He did nothing wrong.
he
did nothing wrong.
Oh yeah, he did do
nothing
something wrong. Yeah, he did.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Fassbender
They were assholes.
needs to
but
be above Ian McKellen. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I
Well,
don't
here's,
know
the
about that one.
here's the thing with Fassbender. Great performances,
Oh,
but he's
God.
stuck in bad movies, especially the last
And-
two
and-
X-Men movies.
And First Class's performance is great, I think, in First Class.
Oh,
yeah,
and,
First
and
Class
Days of
is
Future,
a-
and,
If
and,
we're
and Days of
judging-
Future Past.
If we're
And
judging
Days of
Michael
Future Past.
Fassbender just based off First Class, he deserves to be in the top 5.
Okay.
We look at everything else; it's kind of like, that's why he
Yeah,
goes down a little bit.
Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix could go to hell. I don't want to see that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Jack
Dark Phoenix
Nicholson, the
is
Joker.
No,
No, not that high, personally. I mean,
Not
I like
on
him.
the list.
Hella either. Hella either.
I don't think Hela should be on there at all.
She has,
I mean,
yeah, she has to
I
get
don't-
out.
Who?
I
I
really
mean,
like
she wasn't
him.
bad. But
Yeah.
she wasn't great
agree
though.
with
No,
that.
I wouldn't put her in top 10 though. Like I like
She
Hela.
wasn't
I
a
don't
great
know.
top 10.
villain.
What? From Thor Ragnarok. Oh, I must
right.
not have gotten that far in the movie. I walked. No, I legitimately walked out of the theater after 20 minutes. I said, no,
Okay.
not
Why?
doing
It's
it.
a great movie, Justin.
No,
You gotta
it was,
give
it
another
was
chance.
boring. It was
Not
slow. It
really.
was
Hell
It was
no,
funny.
it was
It's
boring
funny.
movie.
It
It's
was
a good
not. It
movie.
wasn't funny at all. It was a waste of
Well,
my
you only
time.
watched the first 20 minutes though, so how do you know?
Yeah, nothing else was worth watching in that movie, and I'd miss nothing watching it. No, the Thor movies just suck in general. Not worth it.
Thor Ragnarok saved the franchise. I'm
Watch-
sorry.
No,
But I do like the.
No, watch good movies. Like watch the Captain America movies. Those are good.
No, those
I
are
support, I
They're
support the
better,
first
yeah.
Thor movie. I
The
support the
first
first
two.
Thor movie.
Civil War wasn't that good.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
God.
great. What are you talking about?
Oh
man,
god.
man, Winter
Great.
Soldier.
Oh, yeah,
beats
Iron Man
Civil War
3.5.
hands
Give
down.
Boomer Doomer a heart attack.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. No, Civil War was a great movie. I don't know how anyone
But
can not like
Winter
that
Soldier,
movie.
like
No,
destroyed
Winter
Civil
Soldier
War.
is on a different level. I understand.
Yeah.
But Civil War
Winter
is
Soldier is a spy.
Yeah, I
love
It's a
that.
great movie.
Michael Keaton as the Vulture. I liked him, but I don't think
Oh,
he was the
Birdman.
best
I
Vulture.
liked him in
I don't think
Birdman.
we'll be there either.
No, I think Vulture deserves to be up there. In
The
terms of
only
Spider-Man,
thing
Yeah, Michael
Where-
Keaton
where
was
Michael
very
Keaton was a
good. He
good
was very
villain
good in Spider-Man: Homecoming. It's
was,
part of the
was
reason why I
when
like
he-
that movie so
when
much.
they were in the car. When they were in the car together, that was the best performance, and legitimately, like, damn, Michael Keaton's kind of scary. That's the only scene. All
Yeah,
the
and
other scenes where he's the Vulture, I could care less. But that car ride was awesome.
Yeah, and plus, when he first answers the door on his date, and it's him like, "Hi," he was with my daughter's date. That caught everyone off guard.
No, the theater reactions were insane. Everyone lost their minds because nobody
Yeah.
saw it coming.
They were like,
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't see
"Oh."
that coming either. It should have
Yeah.
been expected, but nobody saw it coming.
And then Toby was like, "Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark." No, not Toby.
What?
What's his name?
Toby.
Tom Holland.
Tom
Holland.
Tom Holland. Yeah,
Justin is a fake fan. I swear.
Well, I don't.
I didn't say Toby. Like
Yeah.
someone else did. Who do you
I
think?
don't
Oh,
think.
sorry,
I don't
Justin.
think Two-Face should be on this list. I like him as Harvey Dent, but the Two-Face.
He's only in the movie for like 5 minutes.
Okay,
Well, I
okay,
mean,
so
it
it
rank him
didn't
that high.
it
So
didn't really
this is where you have
impact
to
me.
differentiate, from like, oh, Darkseid doesn't belong on this list. No, Two-Face does not belong on this list because of his screen time, his motivations, and just the amount of interaction that he had as Two-Face wasn't that, I'm sorry, it just wasn't that impactful. Whereas Darkseid, every time he was on the screen, he stole the screen.
Well, I think his scenes as Harvey Dent were better. Like when it was Two-Face, it was just so for me. It just didn't. It didn't grab me.
Yeah, you're
think
right
he was great
about
in
that.
general.
Like, boo-hoo, you have half of your face burnt off. Go cry me a river.
Ra's al Ghul, seriously? Number 20?
I don't think I'll have that one either.
What
No.
was this? Wait, he returned, and I don't even remember the
No,
last.
yeah, he came back in Dark Knight Rises and like Vision.
That was like a flashback. Yeah, that was like a
Vision,
some flashback.
Danny DeVito. Now.
What? No. Here, if it's Michelle
No.
Pfeiffer, maybe, but no. Satan? What
And
the heck is this
Constantine.
list? This
That was
list
in
is like
Constantine.
took a nosedive. Okay.
What the fuck is this movie?
That was in Constantine.
It's the Keanu Reeves Constantine movie.
Never heard of it.
I liked his Scarecrow.
I liked it, but I don't think he
But
should be
yeah.
in here.
No,
15
no,
though?
no. He was
Top 15?
potato sack head man. That's
Who the
not
fuck is
Scarecrow,
this
that's
nerd?
Potato Sack. Because he was wearing a freaking suit. It was. I'm sorry. That
That
was
guy
bad.
looks creepy. Looks like a. Go back up to him. Go back up to
That
him.
guy
He
was
looks
in
like a
was in
ventriloquist
running to play
dummy. Who the
Batman.
fuck is this
come on.
guy?
That's Cillian Murphy. He's on that Peaky Blinder show on Netflix. It's pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah.
but in this he looks weird.
Well, keep in mind after we go through these two lists, each person has to pick your top 5 villains.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, William Dafoe,
Yeah, better
Green
get
Goblin.
take your
Yeah.
notes now, everybody.
Yes.
Take your notes now.
Yes.
Ultron?
Willem Dafoe was
Ultron?
better as.
I don't know about
as,
Ultron.
What was his name?
And that movie dragged.
God, what was it? What was the alter ego for him? Not Green Goblin, but
Norman Osborn.
Norman. As
Yeah.
Norman, that was pretty odd. Like when he was talking to himself in the mirror, or when he was talking to Peter as Goblin without the costume. When he was in the costume, he was so eccentric. Like, well, without Spider-Man, just
Well,
like,
Spider-Man.
Barcelona B says, "I've been listening for all this. List is hilarious." But I'll
This
but
list is
there-
taking a nosedive.
No,
Like, this
but
list is getting weird now.
listen, this reveals part of the problem with comic book movies. Not enough focus on villains. This could be a better list.
Well, where's
if they-
Killmonger? Killmonger's not even in the
Oh,
top
yeah,
5.
Well, this
was
might have been
amazing.
made. This might have been made before. I didn't see when this list was made.
They
Yeah,
mentioned
Killmonger.
Endgame in it, so
Oh, okay. Margot Robbie.
What?
I don't know
he
about
wasn't
that.
really a villain.
Moving on.
He's not a
Oh,
villain.
here he is.
There he
Number
is.
19.
Oh, 19?
There he
Really?
is.
maybe because he only had one movie.
Well, no,
What does
I
it
think-
matter? The other
I
ones only
think
had one
is.
movie.
I think he was very like when you do villains and you make them relatable, you kind of understand where they're coming from. It's more. It really gives you impact. I'm not saying I agree with what he did, but it's you see where he's coming from.
Yeah,
I
you
get it.
You see his paradigm, you see his point of view, and this is low hanging fruit right here for Andy Serkis. They're like, oh, same movie, fuck it, just base 20.
Yeah, like I like Andy Serkis's performance, but he's barely
But
in that movie
Yeah,
anyway.
he was
He's
barely-
barely in the MCU.
This doesn't this reveal? Well, there's a lot of commenters that saying this list sucks. But listen, what are the better villains then? Comic book villains.
I could name better
They're all
villains
on
easily.
the top 25. This reveals a comic book movie problem is more focused on better villains. I mean, they're good villains.
Well, they need to look
There's some
outside of
amazing.
Marvel and DC too, though. There's other
Well,
comic book
yeah,
adaptations that have been there.
Yeah, and
Villains in general.
also they only last like one movie, and they're not very memorable. Some of them, like with all the
Right.
Marvel
That-
movies,
but
I
that's-
can't even name like 4 villains, really, because they just all come and go. They all come
No,
and go.
I can name a bunch of the villains, but it's only because I really like the MCU. But they're not. It's not because they're memorable.
Well, I'm gonna do a separate video on this later. It's just there is a problem with comic book movies. The villains, the damn WB, they get one of the greatest villains of all time, and then they're gonna be like, oh, we're not going down that route. We want more Darkseid. I think he has potential for me.
And no Zod, by the way, either version.
Yeah. Where is he? Oh wait, we're not done. We're not
Obadiah
done.
Stane.
We're not done.
I liked Obadiah, but strictly because of the performance. I think Jeff Bridges did a great job.
Yeah, but I don't think he's the top though.
I thought he was a better villain in Tron.
Terrence- now this is where a remake. This new General Zod, Michael Shannon was so much better for me than Terrence Stamp.
I mean, Terrence Stamp's iconic though.
He
You
was
gotta
good for
admit.
his time. For the 70s, yeah, he was good.
I would put Jesse Eisenberg over Gene Hackman's looks.
No, I'm sorry. Jesse Eisenberg sucks.
Boo on you, Max. Boo.
I like Jesse Eisenberg's looks. but-
No, he's
No.
horrible. He's
Guys.
horrible.
Guys,
Yeah.
the best villain ever is
Uh-oh.
Brie Larson.
She's the best
Yeah.
villain.
Hey,
Really?
let's go.
Steven Dorff, Deacon Frost.
Oh God.
Well, I mean,
Like,
I mean, a
watched
lot of
that
people didn't
the
like
other
her, so
night.
I mean, she has to be a villain, right? A lot of people had
Come
issues with
on,
her.
try again.
Watchmen, Matthew
Okay,
Good.
Justin Proper
Adrian.
is the best villain of all time.
Yeah, that's better.
You know what? Who would Mike? I don't know. Would Homelander be on this list?
Homelander would be a great.
Yeah, he is
Well,
villain.
they haven't. This whole list hasn't. Like, are they asking about movies or just like the whole genre as a whole? Because the whole genre as a whole, then TV would take up a lot of this list. So
Yeah,
Yeah, it says it's movies. So
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
I'll do another video about TV shows too. But if you're going to consider TV shows, Homelander should be on that list, I think. Although I'm conflicted with the Boys series. My wife lost interest just because she liked the story, but it's like too
Really?
violent and sexual for her at certain points. Like
I think it's great.
they combine the two. Nothing. Hey, we're not offended by it.
Wow,
It's
chicka,
just like,
wow, wow, chicka,
sometimes you
wow,
don't want to
wow.
deal with it. Sometimes it just seems like it's there just to be there.
What's wrong with it being there?
Nothing's wrong with it being there. It's just something. She just gets grossed out sometimes, and I agree. I'm like, I don't like overly gratuitous violence too, unless it's
Boobs.
necessary. No, I don't know, whatever.
I love that word just makes people like, what?
Max is not a fan of boobs. Confirmed.
Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Justin, are you not a fan of boobs?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, motorboating
Okay,
is
as long-
one of my.
Even hers, Justin. Even hers.
Whose?
I mean,
Oh,
come on, man.
Bree? I don't know. How much is she paying me?
Oh, yeah.
Come
Wait,
on,
she has to
if
pay you?
If Brie Larson was in the room and say, "Hey, Justin Proper," you'd be
She's
giving
like,
her,
these
you'd be
boobs are
giving her
not
proper
for
respect.
you.
I don't, these weren't made for you.
Yeah.
I feel like every man who hated Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, if they were in the room with her and she was naked and said, "Let's go," they'd all be like, "What movie? What movie?"
You know what? Scott Pilgrim Days, sure. Why not?
Oh,
She was great
no.
in that
She was.
movie.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
I
she
like
did
her.
a movie.
Played,
All
I
right,
like
so
her
Really
movie
didn't
too.
do much.
Now this is a smaller list. This is where I think he can rank. Darkseid is the 12 best villain voices of all time. I think it's up there.
Okay.
All right, so let's get to this list, and then I have some other movie articles.
Actually, Zohe brought up a good point. Syndrome from the Incredibles movie deserves to be on the list too.
Oh yeah.
I liked them.
I don't know.
I liked him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one thinks of
Of
The
all
Incredibles
time?
as a superhero movie. They think of it as a Pixar movie. That's what kind of sucks about that.
All right. Well, I think this is very revealing to say that there is a big problem in comic book movies. It's again one and done, and the villains don't get a stronger focus on the villains, make a better movie.
It is.
So I say if you're going to say that list sucks, then come up with a better list.
I think there could be another theory too. Is that it's always kind of it's the script, it's the plot that's kind of, it can be weak sometimes. That's why people may not take superhero movies seriously. But also, the good guys are always going to win, and it's not as enjoyable sometimes. It could be predictable. I mean, that's why people aren't threatened by the villains. That's why they're not that strong, because they always lose.
I mean, that's a problem across the board with all movies.
You know what I just realized too? That list didn't have Ego from Guardians 2. I thought that was really good.
I did not like him.
I agree with
the
him
only thing I
not
liked
being
about that was the de-aging effect that they did on
I think it was a well-written character. I really liked that Kurt Russell's performance.
All right. Well, here is the 12 best voice. We'll have to get through this quick so we could do the other articles and then give our top 5. Scar. Yeah, that's one of the best voices of all time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, screw that other guy.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill is the Joker.
Yep.
Definitely.
That's number one for sure.
That's
number
iconic, yeah.
Let me see. This is a better list than everyone thinks. Hal from
what was the second one? We didn't even see number 2.
let me see. Oh, Clancy Brown is Lex Luthor, the Superman animated series.
I would agree.
I liked
That's-
it. I liked it.
I mean,
That's
he
at
was
least
okay.
top 5.
All right.
Scar, yes.
And 2001: A Space Odyssey. Hal 9000.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Hello, Banana
Bellatrix
Carter.
Strange?
No.
No.
Cobra.
Yeah, I would
Cobra
say she's
Commander.
Oh, so no, I'm sorry.
annoying.
I would put Starscream over freaking Cobra Commander any day. I'm sorry. Same. It's
You
the
know
same
what?
talent.
You know what?
Same acting.
I would have to agree with that. Yeah.
Okay, people say Mark Hamill, end of story. Over Darth Vader? We'll see.
You know
All
what?
right.
You know what was a great villain is The Rock in 127 Hours.
Wait, they put Vader at number 7?
What a
I
show.
don't know. I don't know if this is.
I don't know if
12
it's
best. I don't know if it's in order. I don't know.
Yeah, it can't be because Bellatrix is not.
Yeah.
No, that's
James Earl
unacceptable.
Jones as Darth Vader, definitely in this list.
Of course.
Ron Perlman as
Yes.
Deathstroke. Teen
Yes.
Titans.
Yeah, as Slade. Hell
Yes.
yeah.
John Hurt as the Horned King in the Black Cauldron.
You know what?
Oh my God.
You know what? Black Cauldron isn't the best movie, but John Hurt was amazing in that movie. So
Very
I haven't watched that movie in
underrated.
a while.
Yeah.
I
Howard
liked it.
Booth as Gorilla Grodd in Justice League.
It was a good voice, but I don't know.
Eleanor Audley as Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you,
had to
you
say,
can put her
yeah.
down as the stepmother too.
But Dr. Klaue? I would have put Megatron over Dr. Klaue. I'm sorry.
Megatron. Okay, yeah.
Like I said, same voice actor. I think he did better as Megatron.
All right.
than
Well,
Dr.
let's
Klaue.
just do the best 5 voices then. Let me see. Who after that? Ryan, maybe you go first. Put you on the spot.
Yeah,
Best voices of all time. Villain voices.
villain voices that are not on that list. I would have to go.
It doesn't
with,
have to be not on the list. It could be on the list.
I would go with Darth Maul. I like both actors, the one from the movie as well as the one from the TV show. I like both of them, and they're pretty iconic. I mean, Darth Maul is very one dimensional in the Phantom Menace, but they did elaborate on him. I think Sam Witwer is his name. That did the I forget the guy's name that did the movies or the movie, but Witwer
It's
did
Ray
the
Park. Yeah, Ray Park is
No,
the live action
Ray
actor.
Park did not do the voice of Darth Maul.
Oh, he didn't. I thought he did.
No.
My bad. I did not know that.
He can't do the voice. It was a voice actor. They were gonna bring the voice actor back for Solo, but they went with Sam Witwer because of his popularity.
And he's already they already have a good relationship with him.
right.
He's under contract or something. Yeah.
I think the witch from The Little Mermaid. I think her voice is
Ursula?
more iconic.
Ursula?
Yeah, I think her voice is more iconic. Let's see, what other villain would be awesome. I mean, a lot of them are on the list. I mean, this was actually a better list than the other one we looked at.
It's hard.
Gosh, this.
Well, I'll give my 5 then. I will say.
You got 5. All right, go ahead.
Best voices. Darth Vader. I think Darkseid's pretty close to that. If he got another movie, he could probably be tied. But I think he's number 2. That voice is just killer. Like you're instantly dragged in. You want to see when he says we'll go back to the old ways at the end, and man. Then I would say Scar is number 3. Mark Hamill's the Joker, number 4. And who would I pick as the 5th one? I don't know who I'd pick for number 5.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Saggy, what have you done?
What is she doing?
Oh,
I mean,
for fuck's sake.
Is this just the proper deep fake?
What? What
No,
is it?
I don't know what
it?
she's doing.
What's her avatar say? What the fuck is that?
It says, Justin, I'm fuming. No, I don't know.
Okay. That's
I don't know.
weird.
Tim Curry is the devil.
I liked him in Gargoyles, by the way, Tim Curry.
I liked it. His best performance was for me. It was Clue. I loved him in Clue.
Clue?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I would say Megatron, like Ryan said, Megatron's a pretty good voice that really got people. Or Optimus. Well, Optimus Prime's a hero, so no, it'd have to be Megatron. Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Cullen. Well, and I think that Frank could or should have done the voice of Megatron in the series, but they chose what's his name from Matrix and from the Lord of the Rings, who played Elrond. I can't remember his name.
Oh, sorry. Here's Sohab's Shafiq's list: Joker, Mark Hamill, Darth Vader, Scar, Sauron, Darkseid.
Yeah. There you go, Michael Ironside.
Yeah, Michael Ironside from Justice League.
Cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Max, if you had names under us, this would make more sense, but you don't have our names up.
Yeah, Max, you gotta turn those names on, man.
Oh,
We keep having to say this every other.
I don't like the names, Justin. Okay.
You don't like people knowing someone's name?
Right.
Like, it's for the viewers, dude.
You've come to my channel.
That's a Justin. No, I just like the picture. I like to show the people. I don't know. Okay.
Well, you got to put a name to the face, and then if they
right.
like what you say,
Oh, okay. Justin Improper.
Oh, there we go. Okay,
That's a fun meme. You got to make a Twitter handle.
that's my favorite supervillain.
Justin
Great.
Improper.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
He's got a cape and everything.
Since you've been busy, have you been busy making a list or just a meme?
Oh, no, I was working on a thumbnail for tomorrow because I didn't have time to do it today. So I was like listening but making a thumbnail for a stream tomorrow, and then I decided to doodle my favorite superhero villain, which is Justin Improper.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Looks just a spitting image.
I know, I worked really hard. It's beautiful.
Where's the glasses?
Oh, you couldn't see him being mean with the glasses on, so I had to take the glasses off.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's mean, because he doesn't have his glasses on, because he can't see. So.
All right. Well, do you have anything for a list, Saggy?
Are we on for voices?
Voice villains of all time. It doesn't have
Darth
to be
Vader,
right.
Joker,
Okay.
Scar, because that was amazing. I love the song "Be Prepared." Pretty bummed they didn't put it in live action the way it was meant to be, but whatever. So what's that?
Live action.
Let's see.
Justin Improper says is questioning live action. Is that actually
it was
photorealistic?
The bullshit. It's animated.
Yeah, it is animated.
Photorealistic.
Animated.
Photorealistic CGI animation.
Yeah.
Okay. Animation. It was animated.
No,
of course it was.
Photorealistic animation.
It's animated. It's not live action.
Brainiac, Megatron.
Okay.
Wait, which Brainiac though?
Ooh.
The first Brainiac I heard that I liked was in
Superman animated series.
Remember. Huh?
Are you talking about that one? Because
this is series.
Yeah, this is voices. So
or Justice League Unlimited or something.
One of the Brainiacs. Damn, now I can't remember.
It's all right. It's all right.
I liked all of them, to be honest with you. I think Brainiac's a great villain. And let's see, who's my.
We'll never get him live action because of Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I know.
No, you'll get him. They'll just be in a Supergirl movie.
Do you know who's a very great villain and they're very underrated? I wish more people would talk about them.
Brie Larson.
Team Rocket.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Yeah. Team Rocket's pretty cool.
We're talking
Team
about
at least the voices are iconic for them.
Yeah.
Team Rocket is my favorite villain.
Improper. Would the real Justin Proper please give his list?
Vader, Scar, Freddy Krueger, Ghostface, and Tony Todd and Candyman.
Cool.
That's a pretty good list. That's a pretty good list.
RJ.
I watch a lot of horror movies, so
okay, that's a good list. RJ, do you have a 5?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's going to kind of repeat everyone else's, but I would go Darth Vader, Mark Hamill, Joker at number 2, probably Clancy Brown, Lex Luthor number 3, Ron Perlman as Slade Wilson because I grew up with that Teen Titans show, so that one like hits me pretty hard. At least like his voices are so chilly and scary in points in that show, so I really like that. Number 5, I'm trying to think. I guess Scar. Yeah, either Scar or Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Just because Stane is like that iconic performance and voice.
All right, Eddie, do you have a list?
Yeah, no wonder LeFou went gay for him.
It's hard.
Eddie's literally writing it down. By the way, he's like, I can hear the pencil.
I don't know if he's drawing or what.
I'm doing both.
Are you an artist?
Uh,
cool. What are you drawing?
Oh no, I'm just doing scribbles. I'm
he
writing and
he doesn't want to share.
No, I do draw. Okay. I do draw. I'm just saying I'm just like scribbling and writing at the same time.
Okay,
but it's hard. It's hard though. Mark Hamill Joker is definitely there.
About Darth Vader?
As Darth, it's not in any particular order.
Oh, that's what it's supposed to be.
Are you serious?
No, you can do whatever. We're not. What the hell is that?
What the fuck
Who is that? That's not Justin.
That is not me.
Justin's much better looking than that.
What the fuck? Why are the lips so big and the nose is like huge? Like, what is this?
That's horrible. Go back to
his
school.
ears are the same size as his eyes.
Go to Ryan's art school because Ryan she needs a lot of help. Ryan, that was pretty bad.
That was abstract art.
That wasn't art. I don't know what.
I just stick with stick figures. Like I can do those. Other than that,
all right.
Go ahead, Eddie. Continue. Sorry.
So yeah, Mark Hamill Joker, Sam Witwer as Darth Maul, Darth Vader. And the last two are hard because there's a bunch of villains I could pick, but I'm trying to think so hard.
Darkseid doesn't make the list?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to take the Ron Perlman for Slade because that voice was chilling as hell. Just hearing him in the background.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And one more. One more would be.
All right.
Oh shit.
Too hard. People are. Well, you got 4 out of 5. That's good. Good.
I can't for now. I'm sorry.
All right. So if we were talking about actual performances of villains, go back to comic books. I would say Zod is in there. I'm trying to think. Thanos, I think, is in there. But if you go back to performance, I just love him in Infinity War. Thanos in Infinity War is legit. I again would put Darkseid in there. He's one of the most intriguing villains. I kind of agree with Joaquin Phoenix isn't exactly just a villain. Let me review this here.
Well, some of the best villains aren't actually villains. They're protagonists or antagonists. Makes them human. Yeah, does Joaquin count?
Joaquin can count. Yeah, this isn't like.
I mean, he did shoot a guy in the face.
Yeah,
and he killed other people too. I guess.
I think he killed that nurse at the end too.
I don't think he killed a nurse. Did he?
Killmonger's on my list.
I think he did.
He killed his mom, but.
Well, at the end of the movie, it's implied that he killed the nurse he was talking to.
Oh, at the very end. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. That was rude.
And I'm struggling to come up with a fifth one. I guess I would put Heath Ledger's Joker at number 5.
Yeah, I think he deserves to be in the top 5.
Yeah, so that's my top 5. Can we do another list? Is this too hard of a task, people?
I think, we're putting Zeno to sleep, so I don't know. Maybe we should.
Well, Zeno's always. Well, Zeno, what's your top 5 then, Zeno?
He's just trolling because I'm here, probably.
Well, that's what he does every day. Brian, if we go back to the movies, what's your top 5 comic book villains of all time?
Top 5 comic book villains, just
movie villains, yeah.
Movie villains.
Yes, performances, not just the voice, overall performance.
Performance. Number 1 for me would have to be Michael Shannon.
Yes,
as Zod, because I think he's very menacing, and like I said, I would not want to have an interaction with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Another one would have to be Darkseid, Ray Porter's Darkseid. I wouldn't want to be caught in a room with that guy. Killmonger. Yes. I think he would be in there as well. Michael Fassbender's Magneto, and one more villain from the comic book movies. man, that's
it shouldn't be this hard. It's this reveals a problem.
I mean, as far as like I'm trying to come up with something like really menacing, but I mean, because all the other ones are like you said, they're kind of bland. I guess I would have to go with.
Thanks, Eno. I appreciate that.
God, I mean, we haven't really seen a performance from him, but I maybe Joe Manganiello would have been pretty awesome, but we didn't really get to see that. Just from what he's been saying online, just
what about Venom?
See that. Thanos, nah, he's
no Venom.
Venom. He's just not a villain that I feel I could reason with Thanos. Like, hey, yo, let's sit down and have a cup of coffee, bro. Let's talk about this thing you want to do.
And then he kills you.
Nah, I wouldn't kill me because I have the Infinity Stones. I'm wearing the gauntlet, and I snapped it.
True 31 says Michael was an
Iron Man.
He said
snap. Shoot. What's the
I can do my top 5 easily.
Okay.
Number one, Thanos. Number 2, Joker. Number 3, Killmonger. Number 4, I had in my head, I can't remember. Number 4, Ego from Guardians 2. I really like that villain. Number 5, I'd probably put Zod.
Okay.
Which Zod? Which Joker?
For Joker, I'd probably put Heath Ledger. For Zod, I'd do Michael Shannon. So
okay.
All right, Justin, you seem prepared.
I kind of am. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't even know if this counts. But what about Mr. Glass from Unbreakable?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's perfect. Actually, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I liked him a lot. I liked Sam Jackson's performance.
Did you like the movie Glass that came out a couple years ago? It was very divisive amongst Unbreakable fans. I'm just curious to see what you thought of it.
I don't know. I actually I only saw the first 2. I didn't get to see Glass when it came out. It was really busy at the time. I really want to though, and I'm kind of nervous because I like the first 2 so much, and the second one that was a bit of a surprise for me. That was ruined.
Yeah, yes, Kingpin. If we're talking about, Kingpin.
But yeah,
no, you can't.
Oh, that's
good actually.
That's better.
That's good.
Yeah,
if we were talking about Series 2, Kingpin would be on my list. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. He's amazing.
Are you talking about Michael Clark Duncan's Kingpin?
No, Netflix Daredevil.
That can't count because that's not a movie.
That's true. But if
I'd go back to Homelander. He'd be on my list. He'd be number 5.
Oh, that's true. All right, sorry, Justin,
awesome.
We interrupted.
Oh no, that's okay.
Glass possibly was in there.
I guess I could include the guy's name slips my mind. I don't know, James McAvoy in
Split.
Yeah, he was freaking creepy.
Yeah.
So I guess that counts as 2. Lex Luthor, I just liked him. I like Gene Hackman it hits a good place in my heart.
Okay.
Syndrome, I love that as well. And I guess Loki and Thanos. I don't know. I can't choose between the 2, but I felt like I was cheating with James McAvoy and Glass.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Oh, I didn't even mention. I forgot to mention Joaquin. Damn it. Oh well. There's just there are a lot of good choices.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little hard to narrow down.
All right, and then Saggy and Eddie. If you can't get to the whole 5, don't worry about it, but just try. So do Saggy first because she has so much time on her hands.
What am I doing? What are we doing? What are you talking about? What happened?
But if you pay attention,
I was drawing. I had to prove a point. You embarrassed me.
No, you're a good drawer.
Like I wasn't an artist.
I didn't mean.
You told me I need to go to Ryan Zieverfett School of Art.
Well, everyone should. That's not a everyone should. What's the cost for that?
Oswald Cobblepot School of Driving.
No, I was just kidding. Say you're a wonderful drawer.
That's the best drawing of Justin Proper ever created in the world.
Okay. What's your list on top 5 comic book villains of all time?
Ooh, comic book villains. Damn.
I don't want to say it because I know I'm going to be judged. I love Carnage. He is my number one villain. And then after that, Venom.
Everything all right, dude? Okay.
Eddie?
I had to turn it off after I heard that bullshit. So.
Oh snap!
Yeah, I like you with the fro in your avatar.
Yeah, thank you.
What's wrong with Carnage? I
Well,
thought he was great.
he wasn't in a movie, was he?
No, they
He's
said
gonna
that
be.
he was
He's gonna be in a
Carnage.
movie later this year, but he's not in a movie yet.
Woody Harrelson.
Just that Ed scene? Okay.
But I've always loved Carnage. I thought he was because it's between Venom and Carnage. I love them as villains, but I like Carnage more because he's more crazy and he actually gives Venom some problems. So I thought he was a great character. In the person who's in the Carnage suit, he's just absolutely batshit crazy, and I love that. So I would say Carnage, then Venom. Let's see, Joker. I do love Joker, but I like I said, okay, Joker number 1, Carnage number 2, Venom number 3. I used to love. What was that other villain I used to love? I will say. It's tough to come up with most of them. Those are my top 3. I just don't think I have two more.
Thanos or Loki or.
We're talking like for Marvel.
No, comic book. It doesn't have
just
to be
comic
Marvel.
book.
Yeah, Marvel, DC. It could be Glass or Split or Unbreakable. It could be anything. Any comic movie. All right, Eddie.
Yeah, no, that's all I got, guys. I'm sorry.
It's hard too. I put Heath Ledger, Joker. I put Thanos. I put Ocean Master for me.
Oh, okay, that's a new one.
He was all right.
I'll put Zod, and for the last one, I wanted to put Loki, but he definitely changed after moving forward after the Ragnarok, so he doesn't deserve this shit.
Well, he was in the beginning, though. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have to look at the character like overall, though. Like if you just look at a vacuum, then
I'll make rolls up, RJ. That wasn't a roll. you're making your own roll. No, that.
I guess he wasn't an intimidating villain. You
Oh
know?
wait,
it kind of got ruined when he's like, "I am a god," and then Hulk just speaks.
No, that was amazing. That was awesome. I would have
said Harley Quinn.
At that point, I was no longer. I'm like, okay, Loki's like he's a.
I would have said Harley Quinn, but I also, for that same reason, because she's kind of a good guy now in certain arcs, I like Harley Quinn. I don't consider her really much of a villain anymore. So that's why I was gonna say Harley Quinn, because I would say Harley Quinn was my number 1 because I love Harley Quinn. She's not really a villain anymore.
No, she's a what do you call him? Like
anti-hero.
Anti-hero. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. What this was? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I got one more. I know people would be like, "What? This one?" I do have some type of attachment for Black Mask. I like the performance.
Wow.
I think he has potential.
I like the performance.
No, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
He had there was one time where I was like, oh wow, and that's when he was like, getting onto that girl, get on the table. That was like it. Everything
I
else
don't think his performance was bad. I don't think his performance was bad.
No, the performance was good. Honestly, the whole highlight
been.
of that movie is the scene where he has the grenade in his pocket and he blows up. That was awesome. That was the one part of the movie.
I don't know where you're out because he only showed up in the end and he wasn't even the Carnage. So I don't know where you're talking.
Zeno's making improper statements. What does that have to do with anything? She's a girl. She knows about comic books.
You know what else I know, Zeno, and what you're gonna know soon enough? My foot up your ass.
Oh,
you're gonna get to know that very well.
Yeah, I like Black Man. Okay, let's move on to some other quick movie topics, then we'll end the show because that went longer than I was expecting.
That's the thing with lists, man. They take a while. Like my first stream, I did a what do you call it? Like MCU character tier list. It was like an hour and a half, just because there's so many characters and stuff you have to look at.
Well, I do think there's work to be done. I really do on movie villains, because you do the superheroes, it's much easier. But if you go to the villains, does everyone agree with that or?
Yeah,
I think villains for the most part are weak, or they're not their role or their need in the story is not that strong. I mean, you can pick apart like anything. Like look at Marvel's villains. Like I can't tell you no, it wasn't the Wasp. What was the Hornet or some shit that was in the Ant-Man movie? Like
Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket.
I couldn't, yellow. There you go. Thank you. Yellow Jacket. I had no idea. I was like, it was that
silly name.
It's that douchebag. Whatever. Same thing with with Doctor Strange. It was like, the guy with the weird eyes. Like
Cillian.
It wasn't memorable. Like I mean, the actor is great.
Well, what was that guy from Thor: The Dark World? What was his name again?
Yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah, I mean, the villains.
How is it that I remember all these names? By the way, I have no clue. I remember all these names. By the way, they just pop up in my head.
You love the movies, and that's why they're memorable to you because you love all these.
I hate Thor: The Dark World. By the way,
but you love the Marvel movies as a whole.
If you look at the box office, though, isn't that the missing key? The best ones that make the most money are the
no. That's not necessarily true.
Most of the time, tell you that the story was deep or dynamic or anything. The box office just says, "Hey, they made X amount of money, and they're going to continue that narrative because they're not going to change what's working." So if it's working and it's making them money, then yeah, they're gonna make more. Like that's why the Marvel movies continue with the same formula. They're like, this shit's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So
Well, you know something else too, that most of the great villains, like in comic book movies, come in. It's like a sequel because the first movie has to establish the hero. So typically, the villain's always like the worst one. But when you get into sequels, they don't have to worry about the hero development as much, so then they can focus more on the villain. Like Spider-Man 2 or Infinity War.
Look at Jamie Foxx in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That all across the board. So that's a bad example.
I think it's interesting that no one mentioned Steppenwolf.
Man, he was another one that I thought he was a sympathetic. Like I kind of felt bad for him. I was like, dude, you got exiled because you made a mistake. And he's like, Darkseid, let me back. It sucks.
Well, the thing is, too, he's a henchman, Like, he's not like he is a villain.
He's not a henchman. He's his uncle. So, I mean...
Oh, yeah, I know. I just mean in the context of, like, the movie, like, at least, especially the theatrical cut. Like, the theatrical cut for a lot of people ruined that villain. Snyder Cut did redeem him, though. So, I mean, he could be in the conversation for sure.
He's kind of like, in my opinion, Steppenwolf is like Thanos. He's a very interesting character.
Well, here's the next newest article.
Oh, I am so excited about this, by the way.
I am now excited because I didn't know it was.
I don't know, man. One of those is attached.
Thundercats movie. I'm just excited.
Well, I love
Thundercats. Justin?
No, because did you guys read the article from Deadline though?
Wait, is this going to be live action?
No. Here's the thing. Let me
think.
No, let me explain.
No, it better
I'm just thinking of what they did in the.
If they were to use Rick Baker for prosthetics and makeup.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
Fucking awesome.
No, you saw what happened with Cats. This isn't gonna.
No.
That was something else. Cats was something else.
No. That's all I can think about. Because Adam Wingard said in an interview.
Or no, it wasn't Tim Burton. It was Tim Burton.
Guys.
It was Tim Burton.
Just one at a time.
I'm getting a headache.
Okay. So like I was saying, if you look at Planet of the Apes, it was a horrible movie, but look at the costume, the makeup, the prosthetics. That was Rick Baker's team. That he was the one that did American Werewolf in London, and he's done a hell of a lot of movies since. But I mean, if they were to do prosthetics and makeup like that on that level, and sort of like they're doing with all these other properties, treat it with a little bit of respect. I think they could come up with a pretty good product.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be. That's what I was going to get into. If you read the Deadline article, he had an interview where he said he's been writing a script for Thundercats since he was in high school. So this is what he's always wanted to do when he got into Hollywood. So he said it's not going to be like Cats. It's going to be more like an animated movie, like more like a CGI cartoon kind of. But basically, what he's trying to do is like bridge cartoon with like live action in a way, but like in a way it's never been done before. At least that's the vibe he was giving off.
Okay.
I mean,
good luck. We'd like to see what he does.
If he wants to do it, I want him to do it. Yeah, if he's thought about for a long time.
Well, here's the thing, though. Isn't there a big generational gap with Thundercats?
Well, of course, but like think about Transformers.
Well, no, because they tried to reboot the series. Same thing with like He-Man. They tried to reboot that series as well. But it just,
and that reboot cartoon was pretty good. The one in 2011 actually was good. It just got canceled way too early.
I mean, I'm not being hyperbolic here. I would watch Justice League way over Cats any day of the week.
Oh yeah, same.
Oh my god,
I never saw it, so I don't know.
Oh, I saw it.
It's traumatizing.
You did?
Oh god. Google the scene. Google the scene with like the roaches that have the human faces. Roaches? That's nightmare fuel for life.
No.
I'm just not that interested. I don't.
Bad news. Mortal Kombat's delayed.
Yeah, I agree. I don't.
Only a week.
Yeah, it got delayed by a week because what they're doing is that they don't want you to cancel your HBO Max subscription. So if they push it a week, it means you have to renew for another month. That's why.
Oh, those bitches!
Clever girl.
I mean,
they're saying it's because they want to give Godzilla vs. Kong more time. That's the real reason. They're not charging more money.
That's a good point, RJ. But you know what? I don't blame them because the alternative is doing what Disney is and charging $30 for new movies, where this is just included.
Yo, Mulan was definitely worth it, bro.
Oh man, don't remind me. I paid for that shit, and I also paid for Raya the Last Dragon.
Well, at least Raya was good though.
I only watched it once. I was a little disappointed. It wasn't bad. I just wasn't.
I don't know. I never watched it.
It wasn't like Soul level.
It just.
I love the fight scene.
But what Soul was? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Eddie.
Oh no, I just said that I like the fight scene Raya had in the end with the other girl.
Yeah, the fight scenes are great in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Soul wasn't for Disney Plus Premium. They just gave that for free. And it was amazing. It was so good.
I like
what? I did not like Soul at all.
It's not my favorite.
Really?
I didn't like
Soul. I was like,
you didn't like Soul?
It was predictable and didn't have any soul in it. It was.
It had all.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did. It was fantastic. You know what? It was the kind of movie that. It was the kind of movie that it was for the adults in the theater.
Pixar movies were better, like way back in the day. They had better, like Monsters Incorporated, far better than Soul. Come on now. I mean,
Monsters Inc. is also for younger kids. It's not like on that.
Soul's more intellectual. It's more for like adults and like older teenagers than any other Pixar movie before.
Was it did it require too much thinking, or like was
I
just?
Didn't care. I started thinking about it less as I was watching it.
Okay.
I mean, to me, it had a lot of heart. At least to me, when I was watching Soul, like, I mean, like think about stuff, which I like.
It was on. You're right, and it was on the same level as Inside Out. I felt the same kind of feeling coming out of that movie. It was really good.
I can agree that Soul and Inside Out are on the same level.
Zach, you
didn't like that? You didn't like Inside Out?
An amazing.
It was an interesting concept, but I'll give it that. That's it.
Oh God.
Well, actually, speaking of Pixar, though, Max, did you hear the story about the Pixar animators? Apparently, like over at the studio, they're very demoralized right now because their movies aren't getting charged for $30 like the rest.
I do feel bad, but everyone be happy you have a job. I'm serious.
Well, yeah, true, but like,
I understand it's missing bonuses because you don't get the back end of box office at the theater. But you know what? If it keeps your job,
not only that, Max, but think about it this way
suffered
too.
a lot worse. Just like Christopher Nolan. Yeah. I like Christopher Nolan, but he was so only theaters only, and no one else. They don't make sacrifices based on the.
But isn't it weird though how Pixar gets treated differently than the rest though? All these other movies they charge $30 and get a big premiere, big rollout. These Pixar movies are like Pixar movies are just getting shoved to streaming like not much big fanfare, except for Soul because they wanted that to compete with Wonder Woman for Christmas. Like I don't know.
I think beyond
they didn't charge either.
Even though Soul was a great movie. And so was Onward was okay. I don't.
It got me. It got me.
I don't think the big box office draws like the other ones.
I don't know. I'm a sucker for father, son, and brother movies.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Well, the best movies are about fathers and sons.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's another article, and then we're going to end soon because people are busy. It's a work night for me. All right, so The Rock wants Zack Snyder. This is Geekosity.com. The Rock wants Zack Snyder's Justice League in Black Adam sequel.
What does Dwayne Johnson have to do with this?
He's gonna
basically. Well, no. Let me explain. Dwayne Johnson's ex-wife is Danny Garcia, and she is his working partner. And Danny Garcia also manages Henry Cavill. Like she's his agent. So those two have a working relationship. So the idea is that The Rock is tied to both those individuals. So he wants to see Henry Cavill succeed, which means the Snyder Cut. He wants to succeed and all that stuff, basically.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he has enough pull to do anything? No.
Maybe.
I mean, it makes sense. I don't know why they're like, we don't want to. Please end this sooner. Oh God. All right. Well, I don't know why they're like, we don't want anything to do with the Snyderverse, but we want to use all the actors that you set up.
Well, it's because they don't stand to make any money. That's the problem. Warner Brothers does not stand to make any money on any Snyderverse venture. That's why they could care less.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that could come out of this, like I said, because The Rock works with Danny Garcia, who's Henry Cavill's agent, the best thing you could get out of this is maybe a Superman cameo in Black Adam or Shazam 3. Because The Rock and Danny Garcia produced the Shazam movies too. So
yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I'll get a copyright for this thing. It's King Shark meets Baby Shark mashup video.
Oh God.
No.
I don't know if I should play
no.
that.
Play it.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and play it, Max. Go ahead and play it.
I just want to get a copyright strike. It's WB.
No, please, for the love of God.
Saggy's going to sing it anyway, so you might as well just do it.
Saggy, you just...
Welcome to the WB.
I don't want to end up like Jarbo.
Chicken.
What do you mean? What happened to him?
Warner Brothers, he just got his channel. He's just got live streaming back. If I get a strike for showing some of Suicide Squad with the mashup, they might give me a channel strike, and then I can't live stream for 90 days. So maybe I want to play it. I want to play it, but I don't want to.
That's going to make it impossible to talk about movies like, I don't know, like anything that they make. Really, they're that strict.
You can't show video clips. Anything.
Any at all, even with
every time I try to use it.
Yeah. Well, especially on YouTube, music is like the worst thing for copyright strikes. So
true. But I'm talking about like if you're just showing like moving clips and you're talking over it, is that still like a big no-no for them?
Yeah.
Well, for Jarbo, he like showed like a picture of a Snyder Cut, like it was like a post on Twitter or something. That's an image, so. But it was a leak, so who knows?
Oh
my God!
Okay. Oh, that's legit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Who's that girl that you drew? Oh wait, that's the hoodie. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Mad Max.
Why does he have like longer? Do you have longer hair like that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I see it now.
She's seen me without the mask.
You know what? I've never noticed that.
Sexy.
The entire time I've watched Max, I never noticed that.
I thought you were like bald or something. I don't know.
How do you not see his hair?
I don't know. I just never did.
Oh, Max is doxing himself. Y'all saw his head. It's over.
I'm getting all effed up. Damn it. Boomer. Don't show. Oh, my Max.
You kids get off my lawn.
All
right.
Please don't show it, because then we can't troll you.
Precinct.
All right. David Ayer still hopes for Suicide Squad director's cut. Yeah, we all do. I don't really need to cover that.
Wait, when did we lose Eddie?
Did we lose Eddie?
Yeah, what happened to Eddie?
Nobody knows Eddie was gone.
I was going to say something, but I didn't.
Well, I thought he left as like a joke because we were going to play the Baby Shark clip. But like,
okay. Greg Berlanti's Arrow. This is on Geekosity. Greg Berlanti's Arrowverse shows will get higher budgets. We all thought they were going away. Now they're getting higher budgets. I also saw. I don't know if it's fake news or not. I saw a lot of people's videos coming out with that Batwoman's canceled, but I don't know if that's fake or.
I hope so.
To be honest with you, I haven't seen Batgirl. No, this is Batwoman.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Batwoman.
I haven't watched it, and I have no interest in watching it. So
Right.
I only made it through 2 episodes with.
Like, who asked for it?
But
I don't know. But
thought
all I
no,
gotta say is, I never
the
thought
thing,
I'd say this, but I miss Ruby Rose so
Okay.
much. She looked like she was trying.
Okay.
well, the Batwoman character is like interesting in the comics. It's the show. I don't know what the show did. I don't know what the show did. 'Cause it's
my thing.
garbage.
So here's my thing. I think Batwoman in cameos in the Arrowverse was fine. I enjoyed her appearances in the storyline, but as a standalone series, I never thought it was going to work because it's like having her show up once in a while was fine, but a whole show, it just didn't get me, and I had no interest in watching the show. And when it came out, I just was like, nope, I don't want it to ruin the character for me, because I liked her in the crossovers when she popped in and was just there for a few episodes, and then back to Gotham she goes.
No, I agree, Saggy. I mean, if it was like a Batwoman series on like HBO, that could go for like that hard R, really explore Gotham City and like her relationships and like all the drama in her life, and like really like go for like that more edgy kind of stuff instead of like CW. Like,
yeah, like the
cringe,
the best Batman live action show that I can honestly say, you know, and please, if anyone disagrees, fine, but I think Gotham was my favorite Batman storyline live action. I think they did a very good job because it wasn't focused on just Batman. It was about it was just Gotham in general, and that whole universe really opened up.
They shouldn't have had Bruce in there at all. They should have sent his ass off to.
Yeah, that's the problem though. The reason they did that is because it was a ratings grab. So they didn't have him in there. Would have been like, this is show going to be okay.
And I didn't like how they created the villains before he became Batman. Like, you know, I thought with like Riddler. Let's just talk about Riddler. I thought that Edward Nygma was like, he was cool as a character. Like, you see him like, oh, okay, I see his tendencies. I see what's going on. But they were like, nah, let's get him in the costume. Let's do it. Let's just go balls deep.
What is this, Saggy?
What?
Oh, I'm gonna have to be on that show because I'm like part of that story technically.
It's the deep fake that broke the internet. You broke the internet. Okay.
Who broke the internet?
Yeah.
Did you not see it? Did you guys not see it?
What?
No, I saw it.
Yeah, Saggy did
what
something for me, and then it just broke the internet.
Right, Ryan, you didn't see it.
And then
I have not seen what of you as what's her face? Raven?
Yeah, did you see that video?
I saw the video. Yeah, I commented on it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I didn't realize it broke the internet. I was like, oh, okay. So now I know.
Yeah, don't you know it's his biggest?
Well, no, it wasn't over exaggeration, but it was funny because that is my most liked, retweeted, and viewed thing I've posted on Twitter, and I woke up to this and I was like, oh shit.
Wait, what did you post?
She's trying to catfish people.
You didn't see it? I wasn't trying to.
Yeah. She's like
next. Has that on her profile, or
it was kind of my fault
I
because I retweeted it, and a lot of my followers started like gravitating towards it, thinking it was actually Saggy, and it just got to be a whole mess. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, hold on. I'll show you for Justin.
WB got Eddie.
That's
Yeah, there is a disturbing Jarvis one. Yes.
Oh no! Let's not go there.
Uh-oh.
The viewers went up all of a sudden. All right, let's just stream this
just
for
have
an
that
hour.
Looping in the background, and we'll just talk.
Thumbs
about,
up if you would. Anyone
top
watching
5.
this, subscribe to my channel. If you just want to see this for an hour, I'll be more successful.
Yeah, just leave it going for an hour.
Yeah.
It broke. It literally like look at the views. Hold on, let me show you guys. This is why I was like it broke the internet. Because hold on, let me get to it. Hold on. Look.
Wow.
Like it had. This is the most I did. It has over.
Wow.
You can't see the views.
Wait, Saggy. Click on the 3 bars next to the share button. That tells you how many impressions it got.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
No, at the bottom, analytics. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Someone was just watching over and over again. Uh-oh. This is kind of creepy, actually. Don't, RJ, bad idea.
It wasn't my fault. It was Saggy. I didn't think Saggy was going to go that far. I like Raven.
It was
man.
Listen, no, wait. This is actually really revealing and disturbing. As many tweets, it only had 100. and that's how many impressions that people just kept watching and watching. You got some simps. You got some simps exposed.
Well, here's the best part, right? So the reason
this is disturbing.
Well, the reason why the next day I had to correct it because I woke up to this. It was like I woke up to a bunch of new subscribers, people on Instagram. I was like, oh shit, I gotta nip this in the butt before the actual. No,
you gotta double down and post when you tweak. Like this is legit.
I didn't want the actual
my YouTube channel.
Well, I didn't want the actual girl who made the costume and did that video because she's a TikToker. I didn't want that to reach her and her come at me. I was like, oh no, let me nip
so we found out that it's Eddie watching 7,000 times.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
Wow.
Oh,
you know what, Saggy? We're looking at tweet analytics for this. I'm so curious what Yeti cast notifications look like over the past couple of days.
Did you guys see that?
No.
So our buddy there, Yeti cast, he was the first person. Well, he was the first person to retweet and share the story about Gina Carano, a senator. Basically said some very unflattering things about Gina Carano, and Yeti retweeted it, and it got picked up by Gina herself, who retweeted it, and he blew up.
Yeah, it's got he has 1 million hits already.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, on the video, it's been played 1 million times.
No spoiler. I don't know if this. Don't look at that. Someone doing a spoiler. I have no idea.
What spoiler?
About Godzilla. I don't know. Someone's saying something. Don't read it. Don't read it. Who left? Oh, that was the art. That was okay. What's all the that? Congrats to him then. If Gina Carano picks up your tweet, for sure.
Oh well, that's not it though. Like it just became news.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's got over almost 7,500 likes.
Yeah,
if she came back to Mandalorian, I'd be happy, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't.
Yeah,
it could happen. I mean, did you guys see that whole thing about YouTube disabling dislikes or something again?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about tomorrow.
Yeah, how well is that going to go? Fuck that. No, it's YouTube, so they'll do it.
No, they're gonna backtrack on that pretty quickly, I imagine, because they're already getting blowback even from people who are like, "Hey, my videos have gotten tens of thousands of dislikes.
That actually hurts YouTube.
But we don't want this to happen because it's gonna stop scams or stop bad faith videos and all this other stuff from getting traction. So
bad faith video? I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Well, I mean, sorry.
Change your shirt.
Sorry, let me. Sorry, Justin.
I like that.
I just mean videos are those scam videos or bad videos that they're like fake news videos or just stupid videos that people shouldn't be watching kind of stuff. Not anything bad or anything. I don't mean like that.
Oh, I mean if they want to watch it, they want to watch it. But I get what you mean. The algorithm can be easily manipulated.
All right. Well, we should end the stream because it's an hour and a half. I appreciate everyone coming on. Ryan, go sub the Zebrafet and enroll in his art school.
There you go.
Especially in Saggy Melons, that doesn't need to. But
Saggy needs to do an art stream. I just want to see her draw and do it all.
There you go.
Hey.
I'm gonna draw. Listen, if you do my art stream, I'm just gonna draw inappropriate stuff 100 times.
Oh, we were talking about dislikes. Okay. Boom.
Yeah, but wait, for Daniel, you're helping him though if you dislike all of his videos. That actually helps YouTubers. Listen, I know.
Shut the hell up. I don't complain about dislikes, okay? I think that the reason why people do it is because they're asses, because they do it because they think it's going to make an impact, and that's my problem. It's they do it because they troll. But my thing is, as long as my likes are better than my dislikes, I don't actually care.
I don't care if I get ratioed. I think it's hilarious.
Right,
I got
this whole thing,
big time the last week or two. There's one video. Woo! I got ratioed.
I get what YouTube's trying to do, but it's I don't think anyone cares that much for YouTube to do it.
Yeah, you know what? And the dislike button. You know what? That's fun. That's fun to do that sometimes. I know I've said this a million times before, but there are two things that I will do. One, if there's a premiere video or if there's a live stream and it says it's going to start in whatever amount of time, I say dislike for waiting. I'm impatient. I'm impatient. Or if a video has no dislikes at all, I'm well, I have no choice but to give it a dislike.
Oh, we found out Justin's a troll.
No, when a video has zero dislikes, that is giving the YouTuber a false sense of confidence that they're not gonna. I'm doing that for their motivation, for them to improve and do better.
No, fail.
Yeah, if people are just saying, "Oh, it's great," no, one person didn't like it, so you got to do better. Gotta keep, it's about motivation.
I don't know if I've ever had a video with no dislikes.
Max.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Highlight
good.
Zito's
That's healthy.
comment.
What's that?
Highlight Zito's comment.
This one?
Nope, the next one. Zeno. Sounds like you want a punch in the face.
Oh, hey, you're going to get my video taken down, Saggy.
Hey, here's the thing. I've gone to a lot of Saggy's Twitch streams lately. She likes to slap people. She likes to threaten to slap people. So, hey, watch out.
Yeah.
No violence.
I meant fruit punch. Fruit punch. Okay. Jesus.
Why would you say that with using my likeness in your avatar?
Because I'm a villain, damn it. I'm in Scrapper.
I would prefer it if she looked like that while doing it. Yeah.
I want to look like Ryan. You want to talk about really breaking the internet? I need to look like
kept Ryan up too late.
Ryan.
I've kept Ryan. Is this too late for you, Ryan?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we do need to go. Zeno's tired again. All right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone. Love you guys.
Go sub to everyone here.
Bye. Let's show the movies.
No, I'm not showing that right now. Bye.